Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more on your own. Noticing your breath, feeling into your emotions. We're going to work with a little mantra today. Repeat this in your mind's eye. I allow, I soften, I flow. A little bend in the leg if it's tight today. You can bring the leg more out to the side as you feel. And then bring your hand that's near the bent leg onto the floor or onto the block. And inhale, stretch up. And you might want to stretch over, but see how this feels for your back. You may just want to bring the hand to here. Just feel a little stretch from the hip bone to the fingertip. And as you exhale, release the hand down the leg. Hand can be on thigh, on shin, on ankle. Again, it might be a little movement, Andrew, if your back is tight, just a little movement, or you may want to bring this arm all the way up. And flow with the breath. See if you can find a little pause at the end of the inhale and the exhale. We're just allowing that little bit of space. Option to stay low here, or some of you may want to start to lift the hips and lift up, but that might not feel right for you today. So see, exhale, trying to stay really slow and slow down the exhale. Beautiful, Lorraine. Listening to what your body needs. So I do invite a little closed eye a bit. Inhale up and option to come over. If we connect to our hearts and connect to our intuition, then we never injure ourselves because we're always really connecting inwards. And you may want to start to lift if that feels good, and if it doesn't feel good, stay low. Stay connected to that breath, slowing down the exhale. Beautiful, Laura, beautiful cat. I allow, I soften, I flow. 2 more. And we're just going to come back into our first child's pose, just easing in here. If your hips are tight, you may just want to move a little bit from side to side. You may want a little block or a little support under your head. We're going to take about 5 breaths in our child's pose. And if this is too intense for your hips, then bring the knees together and just feeling, just allowing your body to ground here in this beautiful, nourishing asana. Child's pose. As you exhale, softening into your spine, into your shoulders, into your knees and your hips. Last breath here. And then we're going to inhale, coming up, keeping the legs in this position. As you look forward, you come into your little cow pose, but with the knees wide. And as we exhale, we round through the back into our cat and then roll back into your version of child. And we're going to flow here. So connecting to the element of water, you're going to inhale, come up, and you may want to just bend the arms a little bit so you find like a little bit of a flow, but just feel into your body. It's kind of a shape of cat-cow, but you're feeling, okay? So you're just inhale, coming forward as you feel for your shoulders, and then exhale, rounding. And you may just want to take traditional cat-cow, or you may want to find this little shape. If it's too much for your hips, just finding some circles or really feeling what feels right for you. 3 more like this, just stretching. You can hold in the movement, you can change the movement. Take whatever feels right. Option to keep pressing your hands into the legs or to release one hand or both, but you don't have to do this. You don't have to do goddess. If it's too strong for the back and the legs, then don't do it, or keep the hands down. Okay, so let's just take a little breath. Exhale, a little few pulses if that feels good for your body. If not, just straighten the legs. 3, connecting to that beautiful inner goddess, letting her shine out. Beautiful. And then coming all the way up. And then from here, we're going to start to move into the right side and the left. So you can either keep your hands on your hips as I am, or you can start to just play a little bit of Tai Chi vibes and just start to move your arms as you move from side to side. So I'm going to give you some options here with this movement. So you may want to stay high and just move a little bit from side to side. Andrea, with your back maybe, just staying high. You may want to go a little bit lower and start to bring a hand onto each leg here. And some of you may feel to go even lower down to the floor, depending on your low back. So just see, you may want to bring the hands into prayer, just see where you're at. If you want to come down to the floor and you want to come lower, you can. Check in with the knees, because it's strong on the knees, just feeling into that feminine flow. Letting go today. We are creating our beautiful realities. And just flowing from side to side. Beautiful dance, lovely Lorraine, lovely Laura. And then starting to make your way up, just swaying your arms from side to side. And let's come to a straight legs. And then let's, as we're standing with the legs still wide, let's take our shoulders up to our ears. So anything that we're holding, carry it up to the ears. And then we're going to let a big sigh out as we release the shoulders down. And again, anything we need to let go of, we draw it up, draw it in, and then we let it go. One more, inhale up, and let it go. And then we're going to bring our hands either just a little bit behind us like this, or all the way back, and you can bind. Now if you want to use your strap, if the bind's too strong, you can bring the strap in your hands like this, okay, so it's not as intense, or just have the hands back, and then draw your strap or your hands back, so you roll the shoulders back. And then from here we're going to bring the body forward, and it might just be a little move, or some of you may want to come forward more, see what you're feeling. And then we're going to start to move again into the right leg and the left leg, connecting to this feminine energy, the hips. And you may want to do a little sort of circle of the shoulders. Just see what you're feeling, letting go of any tension in the shoulders. You can stay high with this, you can go low. Close your eyes, really feeling, connecting to the emotions. In yoga we say that we store the emotions in the hips, so really feeling in today. It's an emotional day, a moon day for many women is quite an emotional one, so go nice and easy. Breathing in gratitude. Two more. Lovely. And then coming all the way up. Take a little moment at the top. Inhale, taking your hands up above your head. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms to the sky. Stretch up. Stretch over to the right. Little stretch. Back to the center. Over to the left. Option to stay with this little right and left, or to find a little circle with the top of the back. But see how your back feels, Andrea. Maybe don't do that. And just feel that little circle. Lovely, lovely. Bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, take both hands up to the sky. So I'm going to give a couple, and then find a stillness here. So we're going to start to move either into a supported version of this, depending on what props you have. So roll the shoulders away from the ears. If you have a bolster, you may want to place that bolster in front of you, if you have one. If you don't, that's also fine. So if you've got a bolster, happy days, you may want to bring that in front of you with some support. If you don't have a bolster, that's also fine. If you have two blocks, if you have a cushion, okay, you can also bring the forearms onto a block. So if you have a bolster, you're going to take half the time on one side, checking in with the neck, and half the time on the other side, okay? So like we'll stay in for about 4 minutes, 2 minutes on each side. If you don't have a bolster, you can bring your elbows onto a block as I'm doing now. You can bring the block high, whatever you feel. And you can just have a little small movement where you're rounding the back. And just dropping into that silence, that stillness. As you exhale, just allowing your body to let go, making any little fidgets or any adjustments that you need, and I'll tell you when we're halfway through so you can change your head in the opposite position. If any little thoughts come in, just welcome them and just allow them to pass. Just allowing your body to soften, to heal in this space of nothingness. Letting go of any attachments and just being present in your breath. And if you can sink a little bit deeper for these final few breaths. And if you've got your head on one side, changing your head to the other side. Final 2 breaths here. And slowly coming up. And when you come to the top, just keeping your eyes closed, just staying in this little inward space for a few moments. Just noticing how you feel. Last little breath. And then we're going to start to take the legs wide. Now this may look like a little bit more like this for you if you're very tight in the hips with the knees bent, or you may want to straighten the legs down to the floor. See how you feel. Maybe take the flesh off your bum or have your blanket or towel under your bum. Again, if you have a bolster, which I do recommend, if you have a bolster, then it can be in front of you like this. And if you've got one, you kind of want it like a little bit kind of touching your pelvis so that the belly can release. We talked about this a little bit last week. If you have a bolster, you may not be anywhere near the bolster. You may need an extra cushion like this. And what's nice is to sort of put the cushion like this so you've got space for your face, like that. Or you can bring your head off the side, or you can come one cheek on one cheek. Okay, so see what feels right. And you may even want the hands on the bolster like this. Yeah, so you may be nowhere near it. You may want to put your hands on your forehead, and as your body lets go, you sink down. Just take whatever you need. And I want to do some other lovely poses with you. So we'll just stay for 2 minutes in this. And again, if your knees or your legs start to hurt, just bend the knees. Stay for a minute on each side if you are on the cheek, on the right cheek. Beautiful, lovely asana to open up into the hips. And just try and soften into the belly, soften into the thighs and the hips. So often we're holding on and gripping. We just want to let go today. Let the belly soften. Let the belly just hang. Nice big long slow exhales to calm our nervous system. Beautiful, Laura. Cat. And turning your head, if it's okay for your neck, on the other side, so we're even. Final 3 breaths. And slowly, slowly coming up again, just keeping your eyes closed, just taking a few moments to notice. It only takes like a few moments to drop us into this beautiful rest and relax. Opening your eyes and just moving your support over out of the center of your mat if it's there, and just bringing your legs into cross-legged. And we'll just take a few little humming bee breaths. This is such a powerful breathing practice to just let us balance the hormones. So we're just going to take 3 of them. So if I know a couple of you are teachers and you're a bit frazzled, you just like sit in the car after a hard day and just do this, it will just drop you into your rest and relax and try and balance your hormones, because I know you teachers give a lot. So you just want to bring your thumb onto this little flappy part of the ear and bring the hands over the eyes, and we just hum. That's all we do 3 times, okay? And then bring your hands onto your legs and we'll just do a little meditation. So first of all, thumb comes over the ears, press down that little flappy bit. Close the eyes. Here we go. Hum 3 times. Inhale. Hum. Hum. I allow, I soften, I flow. Just notice your body, your mind. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. And we're going to move into our next asana, which is pigeon pose. Option to use some support. So the right leg is bent and the left leg is extended. If this is too intense, you can come into deer instead, which is like this. Hopefully you can see my legs. It suddenly got really bright in here, but there's a little bit more space here. Okay, so if your knees hurt, you take this one and you come into this space here. If you're doing the traditional one, you want something under your bum cheek so the hip bones are level. Okay, so like this, I'm going to put this under my bum cheek and that supports the hips. Okay, option to just skip this and take child's pose instead if it's too intense for the low back. If you're using a prop, you want to bring that prop forward. Maybe bring the prop all the way under the belly, just adjust it so that as you come forward, you can sink into that prop. But make sure your knee feels comfortable and then come down like this, okay? You may want the block a little bit higher, I'm showing you now. And you may want to come here. And if you need to adjust your legs in any way or come out of it, then do it. It's a deep hip opener. And I want to do a nice body scan with you today. So we're just going to stay maybe for like 2-3 minutes, not too long. Just allow your shoulders to sink, your hips. Make sure you feel comfortable in your body. If you don't come out, please just listen to your body. Just hearing the sound of your breath, knowing that I'm here holding space for you. One more minute, so you might want to turn your head on the opposite side if you've got it on one cheek. Turn it over so it's even on your neck. And as you exhale, see if you can just soften a little deeper into your hips. Let go. Feeling held and feeling supported. And feeling safe. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly, slowly coming up. Taking a little moment at the top, releasing the prop from under your bottom and coming to all fours and just taking a few circles here. And then just take a little child's pose. You may want to just shift your body onto your bolster still and just take a little 5 breaths in child's pose, just to allow yourself to, you may want to bring your cushion or your blanket underneath the bum. Again, check in with this side. If you feel more sensitive, if you need to take deer, if you need to adjust the legs, it's fine. Just find a shape that works for your body today, or just take a nice supported child's pose with a blanket over your back. And then just go in, easing in, coming onto one cheek. It's really nice if you have a bolster, because you can really let the belly soften, and we hold a lot of tension in the belly. So just really allow your body to just be heavy, let go. I allow, I soften, I flow. Your intuition, circling the leg, just releasing into the hip. Find a little space that feels right and just holding that space for a few breaths. Or you may want to stay flowing. And then we're just going to take a couple more breaths here with this little flowy, stretchy. Your leg may come down closer to the floor, it may not. And then bring your leg all the way to the center. And then you're going to take both of your hands on your strap, bring your other foot through, so both of your feet are through, press up to the sky, just draw both hands towards you so you get that little stretch in the low back, or maybe not. And then release the right foot, so the left foot stays and the right foot comes down to the floor. The knee can drop out to the side, or you can straighten the leg. Take the strap in the left hand and just start to, again, just feel in to that little half happy baby, or you may drop the leg, straighten the leg as you feel. Maybe you circle the knee a bit more, just feeling into what you need today. Beautiful. And then holding in the little space that you feel, just taking a few little deep breaths into the hips. Relaxing through the jaw, through the mouth, so there's no tension in the jaw. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bringing both of your feet into that strap again. Take a little inhale, pressing into the feet. Option to draw the legs a little bit towards you if that feels good. And then exhale, release the strap. Bring your knees in towards you with the legs bent and just take a little stretch. Take an inhale and and a slow exhale. Notice any subtle movement with the rise and the fall of the breath. Maybe a little gentle inner sway, like water moving without effort through your body. If emotions or sensations arise, acknowledge them like passing waves. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to push away. I allow myself to feel, I allow myself to flow, I allow myself to soften. I allow myself to feel, I allow myself to flow, I allow myself to soften. Repeat that to yourself. I allow myself to feel, I allow myself to flow, I allow myself to soften. And just staying here in this quiet for a couple more minutes. Feeling into this beautiful space and allowing your body to just be here to rest. I invite you to bring one hand on your heart and one hand onto your low belly as we lie here for a final few breaths. Connect into your heart and send that love down into your womb, your creative space. And just take a few breaths to feel. Maybe you're birthing some beautiful new idea, or maybe you're letting go. Just be in this space. Maybe something comes, maybe it doesn't. And last breath here. And after your next exhale, starting to find some little movement in your body, maybe your hands, your feet, maybe a stretch. Maybe you want to draw your knees in or take some little movement as you start to flow your way up to seated. And gently making your way up to seated. Bringing your hands together at your heart when you're up, rubbing your hands together, getting some beautiful energy into your hands. And then covering your physical eyes, again drawing into your spiritual eyes, feeling that little comfort as your hands touch your eyes. Knowing that you have everything inside of you that you need to support yourself and nourish yourself. And then let's bring our hands down to our heart again. We will chant the Bija mantra VAM. And then we'll chant an Om to close out. VAM. And let's close out our practice with a grounding Om. Om.